Happening YouTube. I was trying to drop another video. One that I was gonna allude to gang stalking slash I should probably add the hashtag NPCism. Like the NPCism leans towards like the gang stalking. They are not like spirited people. And not only they're not like spirited people and they don't really have the level of consciousness that we have, there are controlled opposition that when you reach a certain level, they're used to hinder you. I just got out of Walmart. I was coming to the conclusion of bettering myself, and I've been doing this constantly, perpetually. And I'm coming to the conclusion that if you're not a melanated man, then there's a super high chance that you're probably capable of becoming one of the NPCs. Like, you're not an NPC all the time if you are of the NPC type, but you will fall in line to do weird activated shit. Like, for example, and it's not all light-skinned people. Like, there's white people that just come in there minding their business and they don't notice other people acting weird. Some white people do act weird when they see other white people acting weird, and it's just an automatic thing. Just like black people seeing other black people run. Like, we ain't asking questions. Well, white people do that in reverse for acting weird, and so do the NPCs of people. So I'm in Walmart. I walk in, I go in, and you know what, now I think about it, even with dreads, this is super tall. Like, if you look the general, like, if you look like the flavor of the day brought to you by Jewish overlords, posted on TV and media, if you match anything similar to that, you are 99% chance a fucking bot. And, or you can assume that person is a bot and will do bot shit to you if they consume or copy what's brought to you by our overlords that want to basically enslave us. I'm joking, but I'm not. So I go in there, homeboy with dreads was acting weird, but two Rastas brothers were normal acting. Everybody else weird. Majority of the black women weird. There's two at the end when I was walking near to see if I got everything I was shopping for. I just stopped recording there. They were just killing time and being weird and acting like they were there shopping. And I'm checking out, and they walk back at a weird, creepy ass angle and started staring. It's the, like, but then again, black women are fucking creepy if you know them. And it'd be okay if they were okay with their weirdness, but it's like they're super creepy, super ungodly, and and unconfident. Like, all the wrong things combined in one place. Like, if you're going to hell, wear it like a badge. If you know what I mean? But you can't be confident because it doesn't come from Satan. And I know I'm sounding like a Bible thumper, but the more aware that you are on certain things, and that's probably, the more I read scripture, the more this shit happens. I'm realizing that. Like, not only because I've been reading scripture and I've been planning and improving my life. They kind of go hand in hand, literally in the same bucket. But I'm noticing that the more I do it, the more the NPCs start acting up and acting wild and hive-minding together. I walk in, like I said, past the ending and the beginning of the descriptions that I just gave you, like a bunch of light-skinned people just acting weird, like either can't look me in the eye or look me in the eye and give me some weird look, or walk in front of me, try to get my attention, or try to run and bump me or box me in. And I just keep my slow, casual, unbothered roll. And when they realize they can't match me without looking weird and they're not naturally calm, they get an attitude and they try to give me a weird stank face, but I'm not paying them any attention. But I mean, I can see them because they're trying to get into my face. It's like they're doing their best to do everything to annoy me without giving me legal right to knock them out. Basically is what I'm experiencing. Like, oops, I accidentally bumped me. Why would you break my jaw because I accidentally bumped you with the car? You're right. You're right. Or you get in my way? I'm not bothered. You bump me with the car? I'm not bothered. But Like, you almost hit me with a car, I'm not bothered. But if you hit me with a car, I'm suing you. If you do more than bump me with a car, like you do something that's actually threatening physically or life-threatening, I'm going to do more than break your jaw. You know what I mean? Like, you could stare at me all you want, but if you do more than that, you'll lose an eye. Like, these kind of situations, like, they play out like this. And this is the tactics of the devil. He tries to incite fear, but he does it through cowards, which I guess makes sense because they're the harborers of such fear. And this is what I mean by a spiritual thing. If you walk around confident, it bugs the devil even more, especially after you get done reading the Bible. It's not of the world for you to gain power that doesn't come from it. They're not, people that are heavily worldly don't like that. And you would think they're like, okay, well, they're dumb. You know, you mean they're dumb, they're blind? No, not really. They've given over their spirits to a corrupt thing. And that corrupt thing has more control over their mind than they do. It tells them what to eat, how to eat, what laws they actually have, even though they have more laws and rights. It tells them who to like and who not to like, how to dress. It tells them their whole thing. So if it controls everything in their life, in their mind, basically automatic, then why wouldn't it tell you, because it controls so many people, then why wouldn't it tell you those so many people to start acting weird when a person that goes contrary to everything that you stand for is near you? That person that goes contrary to the world will give off an aura. I'd share the video and there's little small snippets and you'd have to like pause the video and see, oh, okay, I see what he's talking about. Like, this bitch is not only following you, but she's acting weird, she's staring you down. But if you can look on YouTube and it's a bad camera angle and it's obvious. There's like one part in the video I could probably clip and I'll probably post that there's this one guy. It's like they know, spiritually, they know how to fuck with you. Just like that one person that almost backed into me. They know when, how, and where to be to fuck with you. But there's a spiritual meaning that's deeper that I really can't explain to it. As well, it's good for you as a person that's a follower of Christ. But it's, the more that you're deep into it, the better it is for you. But also, in that same realm, they can detect you at all times and know where to meet you and try to get their chance to rub you with that same energy that you can use to stand strong in your faith. Sorry, my AC thing is acting up. Some weird AC shit in my car I have to fix, but it's still fine. Try not to pay attention to it. It'll stop in a second. But, like this one guy, and I'll probably clip it if I got time tonight. I walk down the aisle. He shoots down the aisle real quick. A long walk aisle that, you know, near the shoe aisle near Walmart and clothes aisle. And then he's peeping me from afar. I don't know if the camera caught that, but I see it from my eyes. He's peeping me from afar. And as he gets closer, he's like hardcore eyeballing me, and he tries to play it off and grab his phone because I think he notices. Like, I don't know if they notice that they're being recorded, but I've been doing this for a while. Like, people that driving crazy and try to create accidents, some of them do, some of them don't. So I don't know how this works, but he noticed that I had the phone aiming at him. Then he grabs his phone and act like he was looking at it and tried to act normal. As soon as he got past me, he puts his phone in the pocket and then continues on a speed walk. He slowed down and then continues on a speed walk. I don't know if, like, these people are spiritually being controlled to be like, okay, fan out over this person and here's your energy movement of how to move. But in reality, they're being controlled to do other things, or I don't know what homegirl doing. What the fuck? Yeah, like, okay, see what I mean? Like, even in the privacy of my own vehicle, like, I'm in a tinted vehicle. You have to literally, she just walked to the front just to stare at my vehicle and then walk back. You have to, like, you wouldn't know that I'm in a vehicle unless you really in my shit. Park right next to me. like I said, maybe it's a spiritual thing. I don't know. Lord knows. But Lord and Lord knows. I don't know what it is, man. It's a non-stop thing. So yeah, homeboy was acting weird, and there's a group of them that act weird. And the more confident you stand in yourself, the more weird they act. If you catch them on camera, they'll try to act normal, but there's nothing normal about it. And within the moment where everybody's borging out, information is instantaneously being passed. That's the last thing I want to say that I've noticed. Like the guy with the phone acting weird, and then he's like basically almost ran once I turned around and tried to catch him on camera again after he like did some other weird shit. I finished to walk down the aisle. I flipped down to go down the juice aisle again, see if I can get some other kind of juice. And a dude that was mean mugging me and kind of following me around the store, by the way, now I think about it. And he also put on a jacket. That's neither here nor there. I don't care what this weird shit is happening on the other side of things. But a guy that was following me around the store got close to me again, and it was like, so what? Like, he knew I was recording, even though I he wasn't at the angle to see my phone to see that I was recording the weird shit that was going on in the store. This goes deep, man. And it doesn't have the effect I think they want, because I'm that kind of person. I'm gonna give you the opposite. But I'm trying to figure out the function of these things. Like, I've never been a Borg or NPC or mentally basically brain dead. So it's really hard to contemplate. Like, how do you get along? How do these NPCs enjoy? And I know I'm probably dehumanizing it by questioning it, but you got to think about it. Like, here's a breakdown. I'll break it down on a personal experience level. I'm like, well, they're just like you, nigga, and they're just being weird, or they're going through weird shit, and maybe it's just that weird moment, and maybe you're crazy, maybe you're tripping, and maybe they're all just coincidentally, magically, from the start of you leaving your car to getting back in your car, and then the bitch parking next to you, and then being weird and staring in your car and angling to come look at you because your tint's too dark, so she has to do it and then leave again. But no, you're being weird on all that, and there's nothing weird outside of your sight that's happening. Okay, cool. I had a weird dream. And here's how reality is, like, deeper than these NPCs tell you. Everything's a lie, including history. And NPCs tell a history. They rule with brute force, ironically, because they're empowered to. Because that's all they got. But here's the breakdown. I digress to a smaller point. I was having a weird ass dream that I was stuck in a loop, waking out of a dream, waking out of a dream, waking out of a dream, waking out of a dream. This is many years ago. This is probably 2010 or something, before I had my kids. And I was at my parents' house, and I woke up. It was the worst weird dream. It was just summertime too. And I woke up real quick. I was hot, whatnot, went down to the kitchen to get something to drink. I see my brother and my mom standing at each other at a 45-degree angle, looking up at the ceiling like this. And they were that way for a long time. Didn't say a word. Didn't notice I was there. Like, they kind of started noticing I was there, but I just kind of, because I crept around the corner. There's a kitchen. It's like two walls, and then there's the main walkway, and then you kind of loop around to upstairs. And they didn't see me, but I saw them, and because I could sense people, and I'm seeing that they're doing some shit that's like out of Silent Hill, like the nurses that only move when they hear sound or lights put on them. That's the kind of activity my own family was doing. So, and they are known to do this NPC shit. Like, certain energies, or if something's going really good, NPCs will flip out on me. which I've been praying and I've been lining things up. If something's about to go really bad, NPCs will gang up and flip out on you. Which also, I think I'm going to make a separate video because I need to give hints on people that are being gang stalked. It's like an NPC thing that's happening. But if my family does it and they're doing it, and people in my family, they claim they're of God, but they literally do everything. They do witchcraft. They probably do incest. I'm not going to go too much into it. They do a lot of weird, wicked shit like that is ungodly. And a lot of people are ungodly. So they have all these things in common, then it would be a safe assumption, because if a lot of people that are NPCs like, well, you know, if it's one way this way, then it's one way all the way there. Well, if my family and have all those things in common with you and they're doing weird shit, then it's safe to assume that you're the same weird fuck. That just off of your description alone, you're the same strange weird fuck. Like, that does the same strange weird fucking shit. Right? This is your logic. So I'm just leave it at that. But anyways, YouTube, that's my breakdown of like an NPC experience. I could splice it up, but I'm not obsessed with it. I know these creatures exist. I've always known they exist. I know how they get down. I know how they try to spiritually affect you, because if you can maintain your inner peace and inner tranquility and inner light, especially while you're progressing, because you're creating an energy that creates your reality. You're being harvested for energy. That's why they try to alter it. So they want you focused on shit that don't matter, which is them. You need to focus on you. And that's probably the next snippet video. Instead of me clipping the bullshit, the snippet videos of how to detect them and how to stay focused. All right.